the Bermuda Triangle. Just the name sends shivers down your spine. This area of the Atlantic Ocean is shrouded in mystery. It's a place where ships and planes vanish without a trace. Over the years, countless stories have emerged from its depths. One account, in particular, stands out. It's the chilling tale of pilot Bruce Gernon. Gernon's experience in 1970 left an unforgettable mark on aviation history. His story is a chilling reminder of the unknown forces that might lurk within the Bermuda Triangle. It's a tale of strange clouds, a tunnel of swirling mist, and a baffling time warp. Bruce Gernon was no stranger to the sky. From a young age he had been fascinated by the art of flying, dedicating countless hours to mastering the controls of various aircraft. His passion for aviation was evident in every flight he took. A seasoned pilot, he had navigated countless miles in his trusty Beechcraft Bonanza. This aircraft was more than just a machine to him. It was a reliable companion that had seen him through numerous adventures and challenges in the sky. On December 4, 1970, Gernon embarked on a routine flight. The day started like any other, with clear skies and favorable weather conditions. He meticulously checked his aircraft, ensuring everything was in perfect working order before taking off. He was traveling from the Bahamas to Florida, accompanied by his father and a business partner. The trio was in high spirits, looking forward to a smooth and uneventful journey across the beautiful expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. What began as an ordinary journey quickly took a turn for the bizarre. The clear skies that had greeted them at the start of their flight began to change, hinting at an unexpected twist in their journey. As they flew, an unusual sight caught Gernon's eye. At first it seemed like a distant anomaly, but as they drew closer it became clear that this was no ordinary weather phenomenon. A peculiar cloud formation was growing rapidly in their path. Unlike any cloud he had seen before, it seemed to defy the natural order, expanding and shifting in a way that was both mesmerizing and unsettling. This wasn't any ordinary cloud, it seemed to pulsate with an eerie energy. The cloud's movements were almost rhythmic, as if it were alive, drawing them closer with an inexplicable force. The sky grew darker as they approached the cloud, its shadow swallowing their small plane. The once bright and cheerful atmosphere turned ominous, casting a foreboding gloom over the aircraft and its passengers. Gernon knew they were about to face something extraordinary, something that would challenge his skills and test his resolve as a pilot. With a deep breath, he tightened his grip on the controls, ready to navigate through whatever lay ahead. The mysterious cloud loomed larger, its pulsating energy almost palpable. Gernon could feel the tension in the air, a mix of fear and anticipation as they ventured into the unknown. As the plane entered the cloud, they were enveloped in a swirling mist. Visibility dropped to near zero, and the instruments began to behave erratically. It was as if they had crossed into another dimension, where the rules of physics no longer applied. The turbulence was intense, shaking the plane violently. Gernon fought to maintain control, his experience and training put to the ultimate test. The passengers held on tightly, their faces reflecting a mix of fear and awe at the surreal experience. Strange lights and shapes flickered in the cloud around them, adding to the eerie atmosphere. It was a sight unlike any other, a blend of beauty and terror that left an indelible mark on their memories. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the plane emerged from the cloud. The clear skies returned, and a collective sigh of relief filled the cockpit. They had made it through the bizarre encounter, forever changed by the experience. As they landed safely in Florida, Gernon couldn't help but reflect on the journey. It was a flight that defied explanation, a testament to the mysteries that still lurk in the skies. For Bruce Gernon, it was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of flying and the endless wonders of the world above. Deciding to fly over the cloud, Gernon climbed to 11,500 feet. The decision seemed logical at first, a way to avoid the turbulence below. But as they ascended, the cloud seemed to grow with them, as if it had a mind of its own, determined to engulf them no matter how high they climbed. But to his astonishment, the cloud continued to grow, engulfing their plane in its bizarre embrace. It was unlike any storm he had ever encountered, a living entity that seemed to close in on them from all sides. They were surrounded by an impenetrable darkness, the air thick and heavy. The usual hum of the engines was now accompanied by an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional crackle of static over the radio. Gernon's instruments, usually reliable companions, began to spin wildly. The altimeter, which should have been a steady guide, now fluctuated erratically, and the compass, their trusted navigator, whirled aimlessly. The compass whirled aimlessly and the altimeter became erratic. It was as if the very fabric of reality was being twisted and distorted by the malevolent cloud. Their world had become a disorienting, unpredictable nightmare. The once familiar controls now felt alien, responding sluggishly or not at all. The plane shuddered and jolted, as if it were being tossed about by unseen hands. Fear gnawed at Gernon as he wrestled with the controls. His hands, usually steady and confident, now trembled with the weight of the unknown. He could feel the sweat trickling down his back, a cold reminder of the peril they were in. They were trapped in a swirling vortex of cloud, their senses reeling. The horizon had vanished, replaced by a chaotic whirl of dark churning clouds. It was a disorienting, almost hypnotic sight, one that threatened to overwhelm their senses. He knew they had to escape this meteorological monster, but how? Every direction seemed the same, an endless expanse of darkness and chaos. The instruments were no help, and the radio was filled with static. They were truly on their own. Time seemed to be slipping away as the darkness pressed in. Each second felt like an eternity, the oppressive blackness closing in tighter and tighter. Gernon knew that they couldn't stay in this limbo forever. They had to find a way out, and fast, before the darkness consumed them completely. Suddenly, a glimmer of hope appeared. It was as if the heavens themselves had decided to offer a lifeline in the midst of the storm. The thick, oppressive clouds that had surrounded them began to part, revealing a sight that was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A tunnel about a mile wide opened up within the heart of the cloud. This was no ordinary tunnel. It was a swirling vortex of mist and shadow, a gateway to the unknown. It was a tunnel of swirling gray mist leading into an even deeper darkness. The walls of the tunnel seemed to pulse and shift as if alive, beckoning them to enter. Gernon had a choice: stay trapped in the swirling chaos of the cloud or risk the unknown perils of the tunnel. The storm outside was relentless, battering the plane with wind and rain, making it nearly impossible to maintain control. With time running out, Gernon made a decision. He knew that staying in the storm would mean certain doom, but the tunnel offered a slim chance of survival. It was a gamble, but one he had to take. He pointed the nose of the Bonanza into the tunnel. The aircraft's engines roared as they surged forward, entering the swirling mist. A wave of nausea swept over them as the plane shuddered and vibrated. The turbulence was unlike anything they had ever experienced, tossing the plane around like a toy. They were flying blind, hurtling into the unknown. The instruments on the dashboard flickered and went haywire, unable to make sense of the environment around them. Gernon held his breath, his knuckles white on the controls, praying for a miracle. Every second felt like an eternity as they navigated the treacherous tunnel, hoping to emerge on the other side unscathed. The fate of everyone on board rested on his shoulders, and he was determined to see them through. Section 5. The Boundaries of Reality. As they flew deeper into the tunnel, an oppressive silence descended. The air grew strangely still, as if all sound had been absorbed by the swirling mist. Gernon could feel a strange pressure building in his ears. It was as if they had entered another dimension, a place where the normal laws of physics no longer applied. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the turbulence ceased. They emerged from the tunnel into an eerie, gray void. The sky above was a featureless expanse, devoid of sun, moon, or stars. Below, the ocean had vanished, replaced by an endless gray haze. Section 6. Emerging into the unknown. They were surrounded by an unsettling silence. Gernon's instruments, though still malfunctioning, indicated they were level and flying straight. But something was terribly wrong. Where was the brilliant blue of the Atlantic? Where was the familiar coastline of Florida? Then, Gernon noticed something even more unsettling. Despite not having flown over any landmass, he could see the Miami Beach shoreline directly ahead. It was as if they had been transported, as if the miles between them had simply vanished. Section 7. A Mystery Endures. Gernon radioed the Miami Tower, his voice trembling with a mixture of relief and disbelief. They confirmed his location, their astonishment palpable even over the radio waves. Gernon had landed, safe but forever changed by his experience. But the mystery of his flight remained. How had he flown through a massive swirling cloud? Where had they been transported in those missing minutes? Gernon's journey through the heart of the Bermuda Triangle became a compelling piece of aviation lore, a chilling testament to the enduring mystery of the region. Section 8. The Quest for Answers. Gurnon's story ignited imaginations and fueled debate. Some dismissed it as a tall tale, a product of an overactive imagination. Others pointed to meteorological phenomena suggesting that Gurnon had encountered a rare and powerful storm cell. Gurnon himself remained convinced that he had experienced something truly extraordinary. He dedicated years to researching the Bermuda Triangle, seeking answers to the questions that haunted him. He theorized about electronic fog and magnetic anomalies, grasping for scientific explanations for the seemingly impossible. Section 9. A Puzzle Without End. To this day, Gurnon's encounter with the Bermuda Triangle continues to fascinate and perplex. It stands as a chilling reminder that there are still mysteries in our world that defy easy explanation. Was it a case of extreme weather, a trick of perception, or something even stranger? The answer, like the Bermuda Triangle itself, remains elusive. Perhaps someday the truth will emerge from the depths. Until then, Gurnon's story serves as a powerful reminder of the vastness of the unknown and the enduring power of mystery.